Hey, my magicals! Good morning from a frostbitten Mara in Durban. It's freezing. It's freezing and freezing. Okay, guys. Sorry, I've been a little bit absent. Mercury has been interesting. Okay, so here's the thing. We have had a lot of energy happening in the last couple of days. We've had Jupiter moving into Leo, which is fabulous. We've had the full moon, and something else happened. I can't remember what it was, but it was also something really big. Okay, so thankfully this isn't an astrology reading, right? Because that would have been a bit of a mess up. Okay, so here's the thing though. I do want to get to the point of the reading because I am doing this as a pop-up reading, guys. I'm doing this as a limited pop-up reading. I have been guided to do this, and I think it's going to be a very, 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 very valuable one. It's a mid-year reading for everybody. So this is obviously general. Not all of it can relate to you. Please just take what does and leave what doesn't. But obviously, as always, the pop-up reading will be a voice note reading so that you get the images of the cards, the title of the question, and then it goes on to all the different aspects. This is a bit longer, which is why I'm going to say to you that your private readings will obviously be longer than the one I'm doing here. Otherwise, it takes like 5 working days to upload onto YouTube. So there's that. But what I'm going to say to you is this is a powerful reading. I've taken some time putting this together. I wanted it to be really getting us clear for the next part of this. So why I'm saying that is because with Jupiter in Leo, it's asking us to really step up into our energy and into shine. Okay. It's asking us to get ourselves out of any kind of energetic space that we are keeping ourselves in. It's asking us to really shine our light unapologetically, completely authentically, and to come out as the most shiny, sparkly versions of ourselves. Okay. True Leo fashion, it's requiring that basically we show up as the star of the show. Okay. And having said that, when we do that, Jupiter rewards us with massive expansion and massive kind of not just growth, but I almost want to say evolution, right? And evolution doesn't always need to be a struggle, people. Let's just also put that out there. Sometimes it's about evolving up, right, for the work that you've already done. Bearing in mind that all the seeds that you've planted, all the work that we put in while Jupiter was in Cancer is now going to start coming out and playing for us as well. We start reaping the rewards. I did watch one astrology just really quickly that said he's a very good tarot reader and astrologer, Minnow Pond, and he said that one of the things he said was that very often he truly believes, and I kind of understand why he says this, is that it's only when the Jupiter shifts into the next planet that we get the rewards from the last planet's work, right? So Jupiter always pays out. Jupiter and Saturn are the two planets that always pay out, but it's very much about how we handle this time now and us really being clear. So what we're going to look at quickly, I'm just going to break this down so you understand. I will go into it. One or two of the categories actually have more than one question. Okay, so that's what I'm saying to you. This is a far more in-depth reading than normal for a voice note pop-up reading, but I think it's a really good one. Okay, so we've got release and reflection. Okay, this is now looking at our mid-year, what it's taught us, what we need to walk away from, what we need to focus on coming up. It's like a whole kind of wrap-up for this midpoint. Then we've got current alignment, so where we're at, the pivot, what really needs to change, future focus. Right. I'm going to ask something about love and relationships, and then finances and abundance. Right. So it's quite a comprehensive one. And it's going to, the two with the heaviest kind of questioning is release and reflection and future focus. So those two have each got 2 questions in them. And when the voice note readings go out, you will get the title, release and then the question with the photos, with a photo of the cards, and then obviously the voice note description of it. Okay, I'm doing this as limited simply because of time. Right, guys. Okay, so we're going to get started. I've got a couple of decks that I'm working with. I'm going to leave this page here because I've written the questions down. I'm cheating. I've got a cheat sheet. I know. Don't worry. I did sit here with Kelso last night working this out. Okay, so I've automatically gone to this deck. Okay, so we're going to look at release and reflection, right? Midpoint, we get a time to assess what's happened, what we want to come, how things have played out, what we haven't liked, what we have liked. impact? Do we want more of the same of what's come up in the last 6 months? It's that kind of energy that we're working with today. Right. So let's have a look-see. Release and reflection. I have shuffled as always. I've got 5 different decks, so let's just see how we go. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to be using for which. Release and reflection. The first question we need to ask is, what do I need to leave behind from the first half of the year? Okay, so Kelso, I really need more space to do these readings, seriously. What do we need as a collective to leave behind, please, from the first half of the year? What are we needing to leave behind, please, Kelso? What are we needing to leave behind, please, Kelso? Oy vey. Okay, please hold. Your call's important to us. Interesting cards. Okay, we've got 6 cards out. I'm going to deal 3. Okay, so the first 3 that came out and the next 3 that came out. Okay, we've got the 2 of Pentacles, the first one out. The 2 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the 8 of Wands. Okay, the first thing that's coming to me, Kelso, is using the word hurriedness. There's a hurriedness that we need to actually stop trying to insert into our decision-making processes. And what I mean by that is, with this High Priestess in the middle here, this is about when we are calm, cool, and collected, we are able to move forward with decisions more effectively, more clearly, and we are able to tune into our higher self. I always say that's our internal GPS, right? Our higher self will never lead us wrong. It's not there set up as a mechanism to trap us. But in regards to this here, this is saying that with the 8 of Wands is fast-moving action. So there's almost like a disregard for our intuition to make decisions that we think are going to get us to where we need to be, or where we want to be. And part of this is saying, Kelsey's saying, the start of it is, there's no rush. If you are making decisions in your life, no matter how big or small, take the time. There's a very strong energy. This feels a bit deep, but I have to go with what I'm getting. There's a very big energy around intentionality of living, just generally at the moment. And that means that we do things with intention, everything. So, I've gotten to the point now where, like, when I'm cooking and all that, there's gratitude that goes into that. When I eat, obviously because of my health, I'm eating with intention to heal my body. I'm just using that as a random example because it was the first thing I could think of fairly quickly. But that is the kind of energy they're talking about. Don't just be complacent, because he's saying that there's a lot of residual energy that we lose, and a lot of energy that creates resistance unintentionally on our part by making decisions that are speedy, instead of making the decisions that we really need to make to get to where we are and really trusting our intuition. So I feel like this next part of the year, we're going to have to tune into that far more, right? Okay, then we've got okay, so we've got the Queen. Hold on, let me just get this up here. Sorry, I couldn't grip that. We've got the 7 of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. This is just screaming to me boundaries, learning lessons from the past, and setting up boundaries. That this feeling with the Queen of Cups is actually like peace of mind, and it's about, because she's completely in love with her whole life. I mean, she's emotionally stable and all that, but it's more. This feels more deeply with the other 2 cards, that this is about us really learning the lessons from the past and setting our boundaries. And that will tie in with the first part of the question, because the first part of the answer, because when we choose to set our boundaries, we need to be clear about what kind of boundaries we're wanting to set, why we are setting them, and then going about enforcing them afterwards, right? The Queen of Cups over here, right? She's not in any which way, shape, or form going to set a boundary and then let it fly just because it's my best friend and I think that they're going to be upset if I and that. That's not going to fly with her. She's going to require that she sets this boundary and that everybody respects that boundary. It's that simple. So this is very much about us. At the end of the day, it feels like this is all really about us coming to a place of peace of mind. It's about us reassessing our decision-making processes, the how and the speed that we make them with, and also very much about have we learnt enough from the lessons of the past to set the correct boundaries for ourselves? Because this does come down to self-care. All of this whole energy of making good decisions. And one of the things I said when I did the healing message about self-esteem and that, I said, you have to make the choices. That's one of the biggest things that you need to do. You need to make the choice. And I feel like this is kind of like a repetition of this energy, in that trust your gut. Trust your gut. Don't ignore it. Don't make a quick decision over a good decision. Prioritize your peace of mind and your happiness in order to move forward is really the energy that I'm getting from this. Okay, let's see here. So let's move that across. The other one is, what has been the biggest lesson that we've learned so far? Okay, so what has been the biggest lesson that we've learned so far? Please, Kelso. Is there anything else? One more. No. Okay. Right. The biggest lesson. It's quite a good one. It's actually quite a good one. Okay, I'm going to start with these two cards. The Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups and the Eight of Cups. I'm actually starting with three, the Eight of Cups. Okay. Oh, screw it. I'm just going to put them all together. And then there's the Page of Wands. This is really easy. The biggest lesson is, no matter how much effort you put into someone or something, how much work you put in, right? If they are not showing up with anything positive or inspirational or creative, or it's not moving you forward in any way, he's on a journey. He's on a journey, right? If it's not doing it, after this time, let it go, right? Because here we've got the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups being left out in the cold and withholding. If whatever it is you've been throwing your energy into is not giving you what you are needing and wanting from it, hasta luego, muchachas. I'll see you on the flip side. And this seems quite simple, but it's quite a powerful one. Again, it speaks to boundaries. Again, it speaks to decision-making processes. The biggest lesson we walk away from is looking to see who, what, and where is matching your energy and your alignment. How much work are you having to put into something to get even the barest minimum? Because I feel with Leo and Venus, right, that is like in the spotlight kind of energy. And I'm not saying that if you don't like to be around people in the spotlight, it doesn't mean that you're going to be in the spotlight. What it means is it's shining a light on us in order for us to step into the version of ourselves that we want to be. All of these years, I keep on using that phrase, the version of ourselves that we want to be. And it's a continuous journey, guys. It is not something that's going to happen one night because you've suddenly fixed one program or you've quit one bad habit. The journey of life is the journey to ourselves, right? That's exactly what it is. That's how we gain enlightenment, is learning us. And so at the end of the day, this is saying, look at how much effort you've put and how much reward have you actually received. I mean, also, he's just a page. He's not a knight or a queen or a king, right? So if this isn't showing up in the ways that you want to, this can be a business project. This could be anything. Anything. You've got your house, your home, your mindset on one particular house that you want to buy, and it's just not happening. It's not happening. Maybe it's not meant to. Maybe you're not meant to be putting that much energy into something, right? Maybe there's something better for you, a protection. Please, guys, look at that. That is a very important lesson for us to look at, especially since we've just come out of this massive full moon. Over the last 2 months, we've had more chapters closing in our lives than I actually realized we had chapters in. Like, I didn't realize we had this many chapters in our lives for them to all close as much. But apparently, there we are, and there it is. Like, so it is important that you pay attention to those things. Okay. All right. So those are the first two questions. I think I want to move to the Bones Oracle, the Bones one here. Okay, so now that's the release and reflection, right? So looking back at our decisions and the speed at which we make them with, and our boundaries and our lessons from the past, and are we really setting the boundaries we need to set, or are we setting boundaries that are we also set, and this culture has just brought this to my attention, thank you. We sometimes set boundaries because we want to say that we are good at setting boundaries, but we're still avoiding the main boundaries that need to be set. So please just pay attention to that as well. Okay, right. Our current alignment. Okay, so it's where is my energy currently focused, and is it serving my highest good? Okay, so let's start with what is my current, I say our, as a collective, Kelso, where is our energy going? We got the Five of Pentacles again, people. Just saying. I'm just putting it out there gently in the corner. It's the second time we got the Five of Pentacles. And we got the Five of Wands. Five. Okay, so we've got... Sorry. Oh, my hands are freezing. It's freezing here. I've even got blankets and things on. We've got the Three of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. Right. So our energy is currently focused. Okay, let me just show you. We've got the Judgment and the Ace of Swords as well. Right, over here. This is very strongly saying to me with the five of swords and the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is very often competition and internal challenges and things like that for me mentally, right? Like I know that the Five of Swords is also that, but Five of Wands can be a lot of self-sabotage and stuff like that. So where are we depriving ourselves of happiness? Because at the end of the day, with the Judgment and the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Swords is an epiphany, right? The Judgment is very much about answering the call of what you're meaning to do. So this doesn't just talk about happiness. Okay, that's a superficial level. That's like a superficial level. But at the core of this, it's saying our energies are now currently focused on maybe a little too strongly on what isn't working for us, right? Which is why we're not letting it go. Maybe it's we're looking at our happiness in comparison to where it is, and we have the strong call to be happy and to do what we want to do and to be creative and to whatever it is that you want to be, right? And so our energy is sitting here, but it's I feel like with the Ace of Swords, it talks to me, that tells me that there is mental activity happening in terms of trying to get epiphanies, trying to work out, and trying to almost, I feel like, work through the clutter of what we have been taught to do, what we are being karmically held to, what we are being called to energetically. And I say called to, I'm talking about in a karmic way, not in a positive way, right? The Three of Cups is great in terms of celebrations, but you've got all of the sad energy around you preventing you from actually getting there. So I feel like our energy now is doing a reassessment. That's the cleanest way I can say it. I started getting a bit messy there. Sorry, what I was trying to say was it feels like our energy is doing a reassessment of, okay, what do I need to shift? And how am I going to do it? I kind of feel like I think it is a good space for us to be in, but let's just ask. I'm just concerned that we may be looking too much at the past. Let's see. Okay, 4 of Wands. Okay, all right. Is this energy good for us? Is this energy good for us at this point in time? Is it serving our highest good, please? Good Lord. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna say, just as a friendly auntie freezing her ass off here, make sure that you don't dwell too long in the past. Move your energy more towards your happiness, what you really feel you're destined for, and what you are calling. Remember that this is not just a, oh my God, I'm being called to be, this is also about a rebirth. In the traditional tarot, in fact, you've got them coming up here as well. Let me show you that. You can see they're rising out of the grave, right? It's a rebirth. This card here is calling you to the life that you want. This Ace of Swords is about epiphanies, mental processing that's happening. So I'm going to say, I'll show you the cards that we got for yes it is. I'm going to say don't dwell too long on this. Okay, get clear quickly on this. again, you'll do that by having looked back at the reflection and the release situation and then move forward, okay, towards what you want. Because they're saying that, is it for, yes, it is. It will give you a new stable beginning. You got the Four of Wands, which is about home, stability. It can be marriage, but it's that energy of fours are always good foundations. Right? So it's setting a strong foundation for a new beginning that is going to be long lasting. The Pentacles, the slowest moving, don't make quick decisions, the slowest moving, but the longest lasting energy. So they're saying, yes, this is definitely something that we need to do, but I'm going to say be careful about dwelling in the past because it can get us into trouble. Okay, so let's have a look, see. Oh, Kelso wants me to use the bones again for the next question. Same cards or different? Okay. Sorry, I'm not being rude drinking tea. I'm actually just trying to warm my hands on the cup. Okay. Right. So now we've got the pivot, right? So the pivot's the turning point for us. Are you seriously changing your mind? Okay. Sorry, we're going to the B deck. Sorry. Don't ask. I can't say for sure. I'm just going with it. I'm just staff. Okay. So now we ask, what is this new perspective or habit that I need to adapt for this new chapter? Okay, so this is changing. Remember we said here with this, this is about lifestyle. This is about a life that we want. We have to change the environment that we are in order for that life to slot in and align with it. All right. So let's have a look, see. Okay, what is the new perspective or habit, please, that we need to shift? Okay, so this is very this is a really beautiful energy. I'm glad I used it. I'm glad Kelso changed his mind that I used these cards. Okay, we've got the Prince of Swords. Okay, we've got the Keeper, which is the Zero, which is the Fool, and then we've got the Ace of Cups, which is the Ace of Jars. Okay, this is a really beautiful energy, and I'll tell you why it's a beautiful energy. The perspective that we need to take, right, and we need to get into the habit of this. I kind of feel like it's a twofer here. So it's actually about making this a habit in our lives, is that we really do need to shift into that space of beginner's mind. The Fool comes in with that attitude of, I'm going to take a leap of faith. I don't know what's coming. Bearing in mind that the Fool's been through the whole journey and goes around for the next evolution. Okay, so it's gone through the entire Tarot Major Arcana, come to the world, had a completion, and now comes in with the beginner's mind. So it's a really beautiful way to start the new 6-month cycle. Is going, I'm taking leaps of faith. Educated leaps of faith, right? This is about learning lessons. Okay, second time this card's come up as well, right? So I'm going to say to you that the energy of, we need to lighten up. I mean, there's no other way. We need to be more open. We need to lighten up. The Ace of Cups brings us an opportunity. So now you've got an Ace of Pentacles potentially and an Ace of Cups. Okay, two beautiful, beautiful, and we've had the Ace of Swords. So what are we missing? You just haven't had the Ace of Wands yet. Wouldn't it be fabulous if it arrived? Okay, so what I'm going to say here is lighten up. Calm your farm down. Do not be hysterical about anything. Go into this not carrying the baggage of the past. He travels, okay, in the traditional tarot, he travels really lightly. He's just got a little bag and he's got a little dog that goes with him to travel, and he's about to step off the cliff, right? Please, this is an absolute turning point for you. If you can shift your space into, I'm going to make this 6 months an adventure. I'm going to move with my heart. I'm going to use my logic, but I'm going to make choices, set boundaries, do all of that stuff that we've discussed, right? But I'm going in open to receiving what I want. Cups is exactly that. It's emotional fulfillment. So the Ace of Cups gives you a very fulfilling start. The Ace of Pentacles brings it in to stay. So I'm saying to you, whatever happens, even if you have got lessons to learn, I know it's been a tough 6 months, guys. Trust me, I know. But if we can cleanse our energy from that, if we can reflect on what goes down and go, okay, let's move forward going like this, it will be a game changer for us. This is kind of the energy that you're really wanting to be in, because this is when miracles and things happen. When you're like, oh, what if I try that? Or what if I do this? We cannot carry, though, the past of what's gone wrong. Why hasn't this worked? What's happened? Should I, shouldn't I? Is it going to be okay? If we're doing that kind of energy, then we aren't actually doing what we're meant to be doing in terms of evolving, right? So however this resonates with you, whatever situation it is, whether you need to let somebody go and go, you know what, I'm going to open myself up to love. I am going to give some, but I'm not going to give everything until they can show me what they bring to the table. If it's about career, if it's about whatever it is in your space. It doesn't just have to be a people or a place, right? Whatever it is, it can be a situation. Make sure that you are going in like clean slate. That's what I'm being told by Kelso. Clean slate on this one, guys. It's a big one. So you get to do things differently. And I do think that Leo will be there to assist you in that. I really, really do. I think Leo in Jupiter is going to... Jupiter and Leo, I mean. No, I'm sorry. The sign didn't just suddenly jump into the planet. The planet jumped into the sign. My bad. But you know what I mean. I'm blaming the cold. I'm having brain freeze. Okay, so we know that we've got to release and reflect, right? We've done that. We've looked at where we are making hasty decisions and not making decisions that are good for us based on fear and things like that. Our hasty decisions are normally based on fear, okay? We are looking at what needs to be left behind, the lessons of where are we putting our energy, basically. What is not showing up when we do show up consistently, okay? We're looking at now open mind, open body, open soul. We're going to embrace this next 6 months. We're going to not believe that we are controlled by what's happening. We are going to try and take measures of control. I know we have to surrender, but take control of the parts that we can and go in with a more kind of experimental energy. Can I do this? And if I can, I wonder what it would do like that kind of energy. Okay. All right. So the next one is future focus. The first question here is, what is the main theme or energy I'm stepping into? Okay. So what is the first... Okay, let's just check this out. What is the main theme or energy that I am stepping into? Well, I say the collective, also, as we know. Don't worry, if I say Kelso's like, he knows it's a collective. Right. Okay. Let me just move over a little bit. I just need more space here. I seriously need to work a different situation here. Okay. Okay. So what is the energy we're stepping into? I don't want to stay, and Kelso said take it. Hold on. I've got a million that have dropped on the floor. Okay. I'm going to take all of them, and Kelso is going here. He wants all of them. I'm like, couldn't you have just put them out nicely on the table? Beautiful energy, guys. So we've got repeat cards again, though. I'm not going to lie. We've got the Ace of Pentacles again. The card that got stuck in my hand. This man, I think it's called Manon or something. The bread of God, the food of God, or something like that, if I remember correctly. And it's a gift from God. But what I do want to say is, look here. Okay, so what energy are we stepping into here? We've got the Five of Cups again, regret and all that. We've got the Princess of Swords, and we've got the Prince of Pentacles. So first of all, and we've got the Four of Swords. Okay, so well, I actually should put that one there probably. Okay, please hold, your call is important to us. Okay, so with this here, right? The Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups is about. We didn't have the Five of Cups. Allah, sorry, we had the Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles twice. I think we had the Five of Pentacles twice. Five of Cups, regret, walk away from it. Okay, not helping you. We've got the Four of Swords, healing. We've got the Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles coming in. Right? What did I say about slow and steady? Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Hanged Man, the Empress, and the Ace of Pentacles. This is all the energy that we're coming into. Okay, this is nice energy, guys. This is good energy. This is saying that this falls away. We heal from the past, right? We heal from the past. We let go of any guilt, shame. Get your chakra sorted out. Get your chakra systems functioning, because the guilt, the shame, the disappointment, the grief, all of that sits in your chakra system. Fear, chakra system. Attachment, chakra system. Illusion, chakra system. Lies, chakra system. All of that stuff is sitting there, right? Betrayal, chakra system. So it's all sitting in that. Get your chakra systems running, up and running. So yeah, right? This is saying you're healing from the past, right? You are learning the lessons, you are walking forward, and you are. I always kind of want to feel with this princess of this. She's like the page and all that. It's kind of that energy of the page of swords. It's almost that energy of she's very curious, inquisitive, but it's almost like seeking out the opportunities. I want to say the Knight of Pentacles brings in good news, good opportunities and offers, but I feel like it's seeking out, like literally seeking out the opportunities. Okay. So from that point of view, I feel like this is a really nice energy for us to be in, because with that change of perspective, the Hanged Man here, right? With this Hanged Man, with the change of perspective, you step into a new space. With the Ace of Pentacles repeated, right? We've had it before. But the Empress energy, Taurus, Libra energy, Venus energy, right? Sorry, just hold on. I don't know what happened, but my phone started suddenly playing music. Please just hold on. That's completely bizarre. It's playing like piano music, and I don't know where it's coming from. Crap. Sorry. That's bizarre. Okay, right. Okay, so we step into this Empress energy. Okay, bringing in the stable new beginning. That is where the energy we are stepping into. Right, now let me just make this abundantly clear. When we choose to change our outlook and our perceptions and our habits and our behavior, guys, just understand something. You can change your mind, and yes, our mind's a powerful thing, but you can think one thing and do another thing, right? We all know this. Thinking one thing and doing another thing is not going to be in alignment with what you're wanting. Just putting it out there gently in the corner. So just remember that both areas need to happen here. But with this, and with you moving on from being in the space of regret, like I shouldn't have put that much time and energy, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, learning the lesson, but also going, I'm actually going to seek what's there for me then, because that is that open-minded thing that they said here with the Fool, right? This was exactly this, that you go in with an open mind, that beginner's mindset. Anything is possible. With the Empress, absolutely anything is possible. She's the epitome of abundance and wealth and all kinds of energies around that. Anything you want, she has everything she could possibly want in her space and more. And again, reiterating that this energy has the potential to create a new beginning for you that is lasting and secure, financially and otherwise. Okay? But it's got the longevity that you want. We've already seen it's got the emotional stability and the clarity from the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups, but now we have the longevity as well. So that is really, really interesting. That's beautiful energy to step into. But remember, again, you are doing it with the beginner's mind. So the energy you are focusing on this time is about, how do I make this happen? How do I let go? Because that's healing, right? Four of Swords is healing. How do I let go of the past and just, how do I make this happen? Right? What decisions, what choices, what risks do I take? And I kind of feel like that's exactly it. I think one of the reasons why we've been told that we need to be smart about our decisions and not rush our decisions is simply because we need to take risks, and they need to be calculated risks. Okay. We can't just be willy-nilly taking risks, to do whatever it is. Okay, so then the next question on the future focus is, what actionable steps can I take to manifest my goals? Okay, let's have a look. We'd like to have a look. What actionable steps can I take to manifest my goals? I think they kind of actually gave us some of the answers in that. We'll go with it. Ooh. You've got the King of Pentacles underneath. And the High Priestess again. Oh, and look, there she is. The Ace of Wands, the fourth ace. Okay. Right, so that's what you don't see coming, just saying. Putting it out there gently in the corner. Right, so we've got a reversal and an upright here. Also, there's quite a bit of major arcana in this, I'm not going to lie to you. Right, so here, we've got the moon and strength. Okay, the actionable steps are get over yourself. And I mean that seriously. I don't mean that in an unkind way, because I'm the first in line for this. This is saying, release the fear. Release the fear, strength, courage. Okay. Also, if there has been, and this is a very specific message, but I'm going to put it out there. If there's been betrayal and stuff like that you're trying to work with, and that's the stuff that you're holding on to, you're regretting that you put so much energy into a relationship and they cheated or they lied or they, I don't know, whatever it was that they did, right? Okay. Or you were cheated out of stuff at work, or however it plays out. This is saying, you've seen it now, forgive and move on. And remember that forgiveness is about you, not them. Okay, you are going to struggle to move on if you don't forgive. Like truly, truly move on and truly clear that space that you're holding that's so mad and so disappointed and so angry. You're going to struggle to truly move on if you don't release that. And that's an absolute fact. So the release is actually for you. It's not for them on any level. But in light of this, it's saying the moon in reverse is getting clarity around situations, but it's also about fears being left behind. Okay, because the Fool over here, there is no fear. He's got that beginner's mindset and he just goes for it. He's like taking a risk. He's like, I'll do it. I've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I've made the decision, I've packed what I've needed, and I'm going. Okay, that's obviously not in that image, but it's in the traditional tarot. But that's the core energy of it, right? Is that he's off. In the same way as he's going in as the beekeeper, he's prepped. He's got his beekeeping outfit on, he's got the smoke, and he's going to go and sort out his bees. It's that calculated risk. Okay? He knows he's not going to get stung because he's done the work and he's planned for it. This here is the same kind of energy. This is now taking those educated decisions and moving forward with it. You've then got the Prince of Jars and the King of Wands. Okay, so this is saying when the offers come around, and they will, whatever it is, in whichever way, shape, or form, you're going to need to step into the space of true self-worth. Okay, so even manifesting opportunities that you want and situations that you want, you're going to have to you have to show up as like the most confident, most powerful version of yourself. The King of Wands is creative. He's passionate. He's all of those things, but he's also very clear on his worth. All the kings are, but the ones, also bearing in mind that it lines in with the Leo energy because it's fire sign. You kind of have to like, I don't want to use the word cocky because I think that's a bit much, but you kind of have to be a bit sassy, right? I think that's a better way of putting it. And he's that. The King of Wands will do what it takes, not in a negative way, but he'll have the confidence to do what it takes. Let me rephrase that, to get what he wants. And that's the energy. You're going to have to sit in that space of, I know that I'm worthy of this. I know that when this comes calling, I'm so open for it because I've got it. I know. So there's a lot of energy in all of these situations around stepping into power. I'm trying to find a different way of saying it, but I mean that pretty much is it. Is that it's really about us walking away from and moving in towards. This is powerful, powerful energy. It's very, very powerful energy, and they're not really like playing games here with this. They're kind of saying it's time that you actually need to move forward now. Um, it's I think that's why Kelso gave me the name The Turning of the Page, because it's like we are being forced in every way, shape, and form to leave the past behind. And I know that it's a comfort zone for so many of us, but we really are being told we're needing to leave it behind. We can't take it with us. And I think that's where it's kind of been a bit tricky for us. Okay, so then if we do this, let's see here. Okay. Right, so now we're going to look, I'm doing a little love and relationship thing here. And the question is, what dynamic or emotional pattern am I ready to heal to allow a deeper connection in the second half of the year? So this is not going to say to you that, this can be whether you're single and you need to open up, or this can be about if you're in a relationship, right? It doesn't matter. So let's have a look. What dynamic or emotional pattern do we need to heal, please? Am I using the right deck? Okay. God, I've got the right deck, but I'm trying to work out. These are all very positive cards, so I'm kind of interested. Okay, but is that helping? Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so okay, right. So we've got the Ace of Cups again. There's a lot of aces going on here, right? And we've had a smidgen of the Ace of Wands. We haven't got it, but we've seen it. Okay, right. We really have got really good cards here. Okay, so it's about what dynamic or emotional pattern. Okay, and I'm sorry to say this, but it's about. It's kind of interesting. There are three. Okay. Okay, let's deal with these two first. We've got six cards here. And ironically, they're all positive, but there's a lesson here behind it. We've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. Okay. I've got a really strange energy for this, so please don't shoot the messenger. I've got to give you what I've got. The Seven of Pentacles is the juice worth the squeeze, right? So this feels like it feels like a whole lot of self-worth, guys. It feels like the for this, whoever this is relevant for, the dynamic or the emotional pattern, is that this feels very much like the person that's always there first, that rushes off. There's an energy of, I know it's about moving to calmer waters. I get that. And for some of you, that's going to be about moving away from the way you've chosen partners and choosing partners that are not your normal type. If your normal type hasn't worked, then that's not actually your type. That's your karmic type. Your true type will probably be the complete opposite to that. Let's be clear about that. But the Seven of Pentacles says, what effort are you putting in for what reward? Okay, so I feel very strongly that a big part of this, I'm going to do it in chunks and then like kind of collectively, because this feels a lot about worth. I have to just say it. I do want to say that we've got a Queen of Cups here. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Cups. Okay, so it's a divine partnership if we're talking about love. But this is kind of an odd message. I can't, just bear with me. I can't just, it just feels like a strange message, but I understand what Kelso is doing here. Basically, this comes down to self-worth, right? Love yourself, because she loves herself more than anything, right? We love people at the level we love ourselves at. Let's be clear about that. When we say we meet people at the level we meet ourselves at, that goes for love too. So this here is very much about 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so you've got, I'm going to just show you. This here talks about making sure, the pattern and all of that, that you love yourself enough to not be the one that's always available, to not be the one that rushes off to sort problems out, to not be the one that overgives, to not be that person. Okay, you love yourself enough to know that you are worthy of the good things in life. So the self-worth kicks in here, that you are realizing that you are worthy of your 10 of Pentacles, your Ace of Cups, the Lover's card, guys. Come on. Like you've got with this is a lot of readers say that this is the most love that they can pull in a deck, right? The Queen of Cups, because she epitomizes love, but also self-love, importantly. Then you've got the 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Lover's card. Knowing that you are worthy of this. Okay, it's almost like, and I don't normally get this on this card, but they're showing me this here for a reason. He's holding her up to the light. He's exalting her. He's worshiping her. He's like, you are everything. Realize that you're worth that. That's what you're wanting, right? That your love story can be that. So if you are in a relationship, and it doesn't have to be a shitty relationship, I'm not saying that you're in the worst relationship on earth, but are you getting what you need? Are you communicating what you need, right? Or are you still the person that will make a bit more effort and always feel like you love them a bit more? Are you giving them the space to love you the way you want to be loved? Or are you in a space of, I don't deserve that? Because that will block it. That doesn't necessarily mean that your partner's complacent. Maybe you are one of those people when you are sick and, they say, can we bring you? You're like, no, leave me alone. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I'm all good. But you're not allowing them to actually show you love or to show you affection or to show you compassion, right? That's the energy that's coming off of this. That in relationships, in your love, this part of the year, look at where you are not open to receiving, or you are giving too much, or you are always the first person or the one that loves too much, or you feel like you love too much. Maybe also just honestly look and say, are you actually allowing your partner to genuinely, and that's a hard question to ask. It's easy for us to always say they don't give, but it's a bit more tricky to go, actually, have I opened the door to help them, like come in when they've got their hands full with stuff that they're trying to bring to me, right? Or is that door closed? That's the energy that's coming off of it. So those are the kinds of things that you're needing to look out for in the next 6 months, right? That's what you're needing to heal in order for a deeper connection. Again, it's about you. It's always about you. Okay, so I want to just now do, okay, all right. Kelso has said to me that we're going to do the, we're going to use the plain tarot for this one. I'm going to do abundance in it, and it says, what shift in my spending or money mindset will best support my financial security moving forward? Okay. Right, so I'm going to use the Rider-Waite tarot. Sorry, that was harder than it should have been. Please excuse my sexy new flannel accessory, but I'm freezing. I'm freezing, I'm freezing. Freezing, I'm freezing. Oh my god, is it one taking? Are you serious? Okay. Anything else? I really did think there was one more card. No. At the bottom of the game, Queen of Cups. Guys, we're getting a lot of repeating energy in this. And the Ace of Cups. A lot of repeating energy in this. Gosh. Okay, so we've got, let's see what we've got here. Really nice cards, I'm not going to lie. And again, major arcanas. Okay, we've got Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune coming up first. I think these four cards are kind of saying, oh, actually, there's three here. There are four cards here that are talking about alignment and what is possible. I think these cards are talking about what you are actually needing to work on. Okay. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card, remember I said to you, Judgment is about a rebirth of. Okay. So I'm feeling very strongly with this, and then we've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is hard work. Okay. I'm not saying you don't need to work in order to get money. We can manifest money all over the place, right? We can manifest. But at the end of the day, by virtue of it, I'm not saying don't do any work. I'm not saying quit your job, sit at home and take a lotto ticket and think you're going to be the next like Bill Gates. What I'm saying to you here is that with such powerful cards, it's saying here that we need to take a couple of decisions, deciding things. Oh my God, let me please try that again. A couple of factors into consideration. Right. First and foremost, how is your money and your spending aligning, right, with all the work that you've just done here, right? Are you getting yourself into debt? Because that's not self-love. Are you working too hard? That's not self-love. Are you hoping for divine timing? Because that's not self-love either. Okay? They're saying with these cards that one of the things you're going to have to do is be very honest with yourself around all of this. Look at your money mindset as in, I have the capability of bringing into my life what I need, doing the work, and then surrendering. Divine timing comes in, but there is an element of karma attached to this as well, right? So what I'm going to say is if you own a business and you screw over somebody else in their business, understand that will come back and bite you in the butt. I don't think many of my followers would do that, but I'm just saying, okay, there is an element of karma in here as well. You have to understand that. But this transformation that's calling to you, this having this rebirth of self-worth and decision-making processes and the overgiving and the overextending yourself, right? Well, no doubt this will fall into this energy as well. Even if it means you're the friend who, even though you're a little bit broke or you couldn't really do it, will lend the money because, it's a friend. It's that kind of energy. So please just be aware that that is a big energy way that you're needing to look at. So how you are changing in all of the other aspects is going to affect your money as well. Make sure that with your money, you are doing what you need to do, but you're also taking care of yourself, right? And again, the belief system of is anything possible. You've got the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. This is where the universe is saying, I meet you where you meet yourself. Because very often the 2 of Cups is not about lovers. It's about, it can be about you and your higher self connecting, right? And I think very much this is the universe going, not to be funny, but this is where I meet you at the level that you are energizing at. So the frequency that you're putting out, I will meet you at. You have the potential to have all of this, all of it, whatever it is, including love, if you take the 2 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment, financial stability, legacy, inheritance, all of that. But you have to. I mean, this has been a really good reading, guys. There's a lot of good energy in these cards. There's not been much that's been dodgy in these cards, right? You have to be open to it. You have to put in the work. You have to make the decisions. You have to take the risks. You have to understand that sometimes you need to surrender, which is not giving up. It's different. And you need to. I think everyone underestimates this card. The Judgment Call, the angel is bringing someone back from the dead, people. They're bringing him back from the dead. That's an intense energy. That's a big change. Okay? So this is saying here that, you know what? Make the radical changes that need to be made now. Okay? Obviously, guys, with all due respect, your personal readings, if you choose to do them, will be purely about you. So it will obviously be logic dictates, right? But whatever it is that you need to shift, this is it. This is it. Okay, guys, I really hope that this has helped. I hope this gets to go out today because it's already, I was hoping not to make it too long, but it's already 55 minutes. So I will put this out now. I am sending you all so much love. I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful weekend, and I will see you really, really soon. Biggest loves.